The tale of the villagers. In a picturesque village called Meadowbrook, there lived a group of kind-hearted villagers. The village was surrounded by lush green fields, clear rivers, and tall mountains. The villagers were known for their hard work and strong sense of community. They always helped each other and took care of their beautiful village. One sunny morning, the village bell rang loudly. It was a call for a meeting in the village square. Everyone gathered quickly, wondering what the news could be. The village elder, Mr. Thomas, stood in the center with a serious expression on his face. "Dear villagers," Mr. Thomas began, "we have received news that a big storm is coming our way. We must prepare and protect our homes and crops." The villagers nodded, understanding the urgency. They immediately divided into groups to handle different tasks. Some went to the fields to harvest the crops quickly, while others started securing their homes and barns. Emma, a young girl with a bright smile, was in charge of gathering the children and the elderly in the community hall, where it would be safe during the storm. She moved quickly, helping those who needed assistance and making sure everyone was comfortable. Meanwhile, John, a strong and reliable farmer, led a team to reinforce the village's barriers. They worked tirelessly, putting up wooden planks and stacking sandbags to prevent flooding. In the village square, Maria, a skilled cook, organized a team to prepare food for everyone. They cooked large pots of stew and baked bread, ensuring there was enough for all the villagers to eat during the storm. As the day went on, dark clouds began to gather in the sky. The wind started to pick up, and the first drops of rain began to fall. The villagers worked even harder, determined to protect their home. By evening, the storm was in full force. The wind howled, and the rain poured down heavily. The villagers gathered in the community hall, huddled together and sharing stories to keep their spirits high. Despite the fear and uncertainty, there was a sense of unity and strength among them. Mr. Thomas stood up and spoke to everyone. "We have done our best to prepare. Now, we must stay strong and support each other. This storm will pass, and we will rebuild together." The storm raged through the night. The villagers could hear the trees bending and the roofs rattling, but they remained calm, knowing they were safe together. The children fell asleep in their parents' arms, feeling secure despite the storm outside. By morning, the storm had passed. The sun began to rise, casting a golden light over the village. The villagers stepped out of the community hall to see the damage. Some houses had lost their roofs, and the fields were flooded, but the barriers had held, and most of the village was intact. John and his team immediately began clearing the fallen branches and debris. Emma organized the children to help pick up smaller items and tidy up the village. Maria and her team started preparing breakfast for everyone, making sure they had the energy to start rebuilding. As they worked, the villagers sang songs and told stories, keeping their spirits high. They knew that together, they could overcome any challenge. Days turned into weeks, and slowly, the village of Meadowbrook began to recover. The roofs were repaired, the fields were drained, and new crops were planted. The villagers supported each other every step of the way, sharing resources and lending a helping hand. One day, as they were working in the fields, a traveler passed through the village. He was amazed by the villagers' resilience and kindness. "I have never seen such a strong and united community," he said. "You have all worked together to overcome this challenge." Mr. Thomas smiled proudly. "We are a family here in Meadowbrook. We take care of each other and our home." The traveler was so inspired by the villagers that he decided to stay and help. He shared his knowledge of farming and building, which helped the village grow even stronger. In return, the villagers welcomed him with open arms, making him a part of their close-knit community. As time passed, Meadowbrook flourished. The fields were full of healthy crops, the houses were sturdy, and the villagers were happy. They celebrated their success with a big feast in the village square, sharing food, music, and laughter. Emma, John, Maria, and all the villagers knew that their strength came from their unity. They had faced a great storm and come out stronger because they had worked together and supported each other. The story of the villagers of Meadowbrook became a cherished tale, reminding everyone of the power of community and the importance of kindness and cooperation. Other villages heard about their story and were inspired to build strong, supportive communities of their own. And so, the tale of the villagers of Meadowbrook lived on, showing that with unity, determination, and a caring heart, any challenge could be overcome. The village remained a place of happiness, resilience, and love, where everyone worked together to create a better future.